Hello everyone, welcome to our chapter Principles of Inheritance and Variations. Okay, so today here we are discussing human genetics and the disease related to human genetics. Okay, so what is human genetics? Human genetics deals with the inheritance of a characters in man. Human genetics deals with the inheritance. What is inheritance means? Transferring of a trait or character from one parent to the offsprings. Okay. So human genetics we deals with the inheritance of characters in men. According to Sir Francis Galton, there have two methods to determine human genetic traits and their inheritance. The two methods are pedigree analysis and study of twins. Okay, already we discussed what is pedigree analysis. Pedigree analysis is a graphical method representing the generation of a family with various symbols used for relationship or for a particular chemical findings. Okay, so that is pedigree analysis. Then the next is study of twins. When studying the twin inheritance, we can see which type of traits are inheritance or not. So next we are discussing genetic disorders. Genetic disorders, otherwise known as congenital diseases, because these genetic disorders the seen in or existing from the time of birth. That's why the genetic disorders are otherwise known as congenital, birth onwards. Okay, congenital diseases. Any change in the composition of one or more genes on a chromosome may produce structural, physiological or biochemical abnormalities. So it is known as genetic disorders. Clear it is. Any change in the composition may produce in one or more gene. Any change of this in the composition of one or more gene may produce structural, physiological or biochemical abnormalities. Okay, understand the line abnormalities. All these abnormalities lead to genetic disorders. Mainly three major classes of genetic disorders, that are chromosomal abnormalities, incompatibility of genes and single gene disorders. Clear it is. Genetic disorders are classified into three main categories, that are chromosomal abnormalities. Second one, incompatibility of genes, and the third one is single gene disorders. So in this chapter we have to discuss these three type of disorders or defects. Okay, so the first one is chromosomal abnormalities. Chromosomal abnormalities. So here the abnormalities occurs in chromosome. Okay, that's why it is known as chromosomal abnormalities. So chromosomal abnormalities occurs both in the autosomes and also in the allosomes. Allosomes are otherwise known as sex chromosome. Clear it? Okay, so chromosomal abnormalities mainly occurs by four ways. The four ways are non-disjunction, translocation, duplication and inversion. Non-disjunction, translocation, deletion and duplication. Okay, so mainly the non-disjunction process occurs at the time of cell division. Non-disjunction process occurs at the time of cell division. Pair of chromosome fail to separate. Okay, what is non-disjunction? Non-disjunction means the pair of chromosome fail to separate. That is non-disjunction. Then what is translocation? Translocation means when a portion of chromosome breaks and attached to the another. Change in the location, that is known as translocation. When a portion of the chromosome breaks and attached to another. Clear it is. Then duplication means when some genes may produce twice in the same chromosome. The gene gets doubled. Okay, that condition is duplication. Okay, then the last one is inversion. Inversion means when a chromosomal segment inverted and change or alter the order of the sequence. When a chromosomal segment get inverted, then change or alter the order of sequence of a gene, that is known as inversion. Clear? So these are the four main ways by which chromosomal abnormalities will take place: non-disjunction, translocation, duplication and inversion. Non-disjunction means a pair of chromosomes fail to separate at the time of cell division. Translocation means when a portion of chromosome breaks and attached to the other. Duplication means when some genes may appear twice in the same chromosome. And inversion means when chromosomal segment inverted and change or alter the order of sequence of genes. Okay, so these chromosomal abnormalities are either autosomal chromosomal abnormalities or sex chromosomal abnormalities. Clear? Mainly the chromosomal, that means autosomal chromosomal changes occurred by euploidy and aneuploidy. Mainly the autosomal chromosomal changes occurred by euploidy and aneuploidy. Polyploidy conditions is there. Polyploidy condition occurs in the plants. So what is euploidy? In euploidy, the numerical increase of chromosome. Numerical increase of chromosomes that are known as euploidy. Okay, so normal diploid condition means 2n. Haploid means n. Okay, so here what will happen? Triploid or tetraploid condition. So triploid means 3n. Tetraploid means 4n. Okay, so this pentaploid, hexaploid conditions are not seen in animals. It's very rare in animals. It occurs more commonly in plants. Okay, in euploidy, the triploid and tetraploid conditions occurs more commonly in the plants, not seen commonly in humans. Okay, so autosomal chromosomal changes mainly occurs by either euploidy or by the aneuploidy. So what is euploidy? Numerical increase of chromosome from the normal to 1 to its multiplies. Clear it is. Then the next is aneuploidy. Okay, aneuploidy relates to variation in chromosome number with respect to one or only a few chromosomes. The entire set is not involved in aneuploidy. Suppose a chromosome, we know the chromosomes are situated in a pair. Okay, so from this paired condition, one chromosomes are getting losing or one chromosome getting adding like this. Okay, so here in aneuploidy, chromosome number with respect to one or only a few chromosomes, the entire set is not involved in. The entire set is not involved in aneuploidy. Okay, so examples for this aneuploidy is, first one is monosomic. Monosomic. Okay, so we know that in case of human, the total number of chromosomes are 23 pair. Okay, 23 pair. So here the n stands for 23. Okay, so 2n means 46. Okay, so in monosomic condition, what will happen? 29 minus 1. So one chromosome is missing. That is monosomy. But in nullisomy, 2n minus 2 condition is nullisomy. So the entire pair of homologous chromosome is missing. Entire pair of homologous chromosome is missing. The next is polysomic. So next is polysomic. Polysomic means trisomic. Mainly the polysomics are 4 types: trisomic, double trisomic, tetrasomic and pentasomic. Trisomic means 2n plus 1. Tetrasomic means 2n plus 2. Okay, and then pentasomic means 2n plus 3 like this. Then double trisomic means 2n plus 1 plus 1. That means 2 extra chromosomes. Trisomic means you are getting only one extra chromosome. So here getting two extra chromosomes from the same chromosome number. Okay. Then double trisomic means extra one. Suppose in double trisomic, one chromosome getting from chromosome number 12 and another chromosome getting from chromosome number 15. So two different chromosomes are occurs in this double trisomic conditions. So autosomal chromosomal changes occurs by euploidy and aneuploidy. Then aneuploidy are different types: monosomic, nullisomic, polysomic. In polysomics mainly four types: trisomic, double trisomic, tetrasomic and pentasomic. Clear? Next category of genetical diseases: incompatibility of genes. Incompatibility of genes, mainly two type of incompatibility of genes occurs in humans, that is Rh factor incompatibility and ABO incompatibility. So what is Rh factor? The presence of Rh factor determines the blood group is positive or negative. Okay, so Rh factor was first reported in case of macaque rhesus monkey by Carl Leinster. Okay, Carl Leinster. Carl Leinster, he is the father of blood groups. He find out the different types of blood groups. Okay, so Rh factor was first time identified by Landsteiner and one of his friends Weiner. Landsteiner and Weiner find out this Rh factor in the case of macaque rhesus. So this Rh factor is a dominant character in heredity. Rh factor is a dominant character in heredity. Last year in physiology chapter we discussed erythroblastosis fetalis. If the mother's blood is negative and the baby's blood is positive, there may be a chance for forming antibodies in mother's blood. Okay, at the time of parturition. So it will lead to the disease erythroblastosis fetalis. That means hemolytic disease of the newborn. Hemolytic disease of the newborn. It again termed as HDN. Short form is this hemolytic disease of newborn is HDN. So what happening on the hemolysis? That means the newborn's erythroblast means RBC get bursting. So the injection of the anti-RH Rogam. Okay, RHOGAM. It is an injection to antibody. Is giving to the mother after the parturition. Next is ABO incompatibility. ABO incompatibility may lead to the hemolytic disease of newborn characterized with anemia and jaundice. ABO incompatibility is less severe as compared to Rh incompatibility disorder. It occurs even in the first baby. ABO incompatibility is less severe when we are considering Rh incompatibility of disorder. ABO incompatibility causes anemia and jaundice. Clear? The next is, or third one is single gene disorder. Single gene disorders mainly caused by gene mutation. So what is mutation? Mutation is the sudden heritable changes in the genotype of an organism, that is known as gene mutation. Okay, the mutation was first studied by Hugo de Vries. For the next class you find out in which plant Hugo de Vries find out this mutation studies. Okay, so mutations occurs both in the autosomes and sex chromosomes. Commonly, autosomal dominant, autosomal recessive and sex-linked recessive diseases are common in human population. Rare cases, sex-linked dominant. Sex-linked dominant character is very rare. Usually occurs autosomal dominant, autosomal recessive and the sex-linked recessive. So these are the 4 types of mode for a disease. The first one is autosomal dominant. Autosomal dominant means don't skip generation. Don't skip generation. That is autosomal dominant. The next is affected parents have unaffected children. So these are the main topics, main points of autosomal dominant, recessive, X-linked dominant and X-linked recessive. Okay, so in autosomal dominant condition, don't skip generation. Affected parents have unaffected children. Okay, the example for autosomal dominant disorders is achondroplasia and Huntington disease. In later episodes, we will discuss what is achondroplasia and Huntington disease. Okay, so here you look, mother having the disease. Mother having the disease, that means she is an autosomal dominant. So in all these generations have the disease. Okay, so here no skip, don't skip generation. The next point is affected parents have unaffected children. Affected parents have unaffected children. Look here, affected parents. Okay, affected parents having unaffected children. So these are the main thing. Affected parents having unaffected children. So this is the features of autosomal dominant. In autosomal dominant, there is no skip of generation, and the affected parents having unaffected children. Okay. Next is not sex linked. First is autosomal recessive. In autosomal recessive, there is a chance for skipping generations. Okay, then unaffected parents can have affected children. Unaffected parents have affected children. Example for autosomal recessive disorder is phenylketonuria, sickle cell anemia. These are some examples. We have to discuss lot of diseases from this chapter. So autosomal recessive means they have not skipping generation. Not skipping generation means skipping generation occurs in autosomal recessive, and in autosomal dominant there is no skipping of generation. Autosomal recessive, skipping of generations are present, and unaffected parents can have affected children. Unaffected parents. So here skip generation. So this father having disease. Okay, so this father having three children. So these children have no disease. Okay, so father have the disease, but these children have no disease. So here skipping the generation. Then one more feature is, suppose his parents have no disease. Here look, parents have no disease. Okay, but the disease is expressing in the children. That means that the trait is, or the character is seen heterozygous in both this parent. Okay, the character seen heterozygous in both this parent. If the parent is giving the recessive gene to the daughter, okay, mother is giving recessive gene to the daughter and the father is giving recessive gene to the daughter, then surely she will get the autosomal recessive trait or the disease. Clear? Autosomal recessive condition, there is skipping of generation. That is the first criteria. The next is unaffected parents having affected children. Okay, that means that the parents are heterozygous to the condition. Okay, understood that the parents are recessive to the condition. That why the character is shown in their children. Clear? Then the next one is X-linked dominant. X-linked dominant. X-linked dominant traits never transfer from father to son. Never transfer from father to son. All daughters of an unaffected father will be affected. All daughters of the affected. All daughters of an affected fathers will be affected. Okay, just look the X-linked dominant. In the X-linked dominant, never transfer from father to son. When you get one pedigree, you please look on this main features. Okay, never transfer from father to son. Then the next criteria is all daughters of an affected father will be affected. All daughters, okay, of an affected father will be affected. Clear it is? All daughters of an affected father will be affected. These are the features of X-linked dominant. Okay, X-linked dominant type of diseases are rare in human genetics. Okay. Then the last one is X-linked recessive. X-linked recessive. Here the males are more affected. Males are more affected. From the mother, the trait is passed to the son. And from the father, the trait is passed to the daughter. Clear? Males are more affected. Males are more affected. Males are more affected. Okay, so it is clearly understood from this figure, the males are affected. And the mother give the disease, diseased gene to her son, and father gives that to daughter. Okay, so in X-linked recessive cases, females are always carrier. Okay, then the males are more tendency to get the disease. Suppose the female having this expressing the both characters, she is not existing that population, she will die of that disease. There is no chance for existing a female with X-linked recessive to live. She will be die because of the disease. So the female is the carrier of the particular disease. The mother give the disease or the trait to the son, and father give that trait to the daughter. The father give that trait to the daughter. Mother give that trait to the son. Clear it is? So hemophilia are the examples for this. Then color blindness are example for this X-linked recessive. So these are the 4 different ways